With the Crystal Hollows facing further delays, a brand new community project has appeared in Hypixel Skyblock. My name is Derailious and welcome back to Skyblock News. But before we begin, I just want to say, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you could hit that button down below, that really would help out on the road to 50k. On top of this, I really recommend checking out my Discord down below, as it's a great place to go for updates about Skyblock News and giveaways, which we are hosting a ton of. Without any further ado though, let's get right into the video. Starting off here with one of the biggest pieces of news, we have to talk about the Weaponsmith Workshop, which is the brand new city project. As you can see, it is basically an upgradable weaponsmith. It offers brand new arrow items and starter gear for beginner players. And what's interesting about this one is that there are no actual bonuses for contributing to this project. It's entirely based on people just wanting to do it. Most of these items are relatively easy to come across, and I don't really think it's that huge of an investment, so if you want to donate to this, I really do recommend it, as some of the items are pretty cool. As a small update, I do want to make the note that there will eventually be a head start and discount bonuses for this update, however they have not been put in yet. What's most interesting about this update though is the fact that it's already available on the alpha network, and as you can see, tons of players are already lining up to do the brand new content, which basically involves standing on that pressure plate over in the middle of the area and shooting with your bow a bunch of targets located around the room. It's a pretty neat game, and upon doing your first completion of it, you will unlock something pretty nice. Heading over to the area underneath the weaponsmith and the armorsmith, you can meet up with a man named Jax. Upon clicking on him, you can see that he offers a ton of different types of arrows. And these arrows are actually pretty nice. Many of them have pretty decent damage values by themselves, and all of them have special effects. Some of them require certain types of items to craft, and a lot of them are pretty good. Notably the explosive arrows, the glue arrows, and the Nansorb arrows. All of them are pretty nice. The arrow swapper allows you to select the arrow type that you want to take priority in your quiver, and you're able to swap between a bunch of them. This costs 1,000 coins, is relatively cheap, and works as you would expect it to. Heading over to the NPC Rosetta right outside the area though, you're able to see a bunch of interesting things, notably the fact that they have brand new starter gear. The old iron armor and Rosetta's armor are now here, which basically was the growth 1 diamond and iron armor from before. But there's also Squire armor, which basically provides you a decent health and defense bonus, and the Squire sword, and on top of this there's the mercenary armor, which basically allows you to have a full set bonus that gives you plus 5 coins and heal 20 HP on level 10 mobs every time you kill one of them. This armor is relatively expensive, and I don't necessarily recommend it, but it is pretty nice to have. The Mercenary Axe is also a great stepping stone item between the Raider's Axe and early game items. On top of this, going to the bottom tree, there's the Celeste set, which basically allows you to become a mage. It has decent intelligence values and is relatively cheap, and the Celeste Wand has the ability Lightning Strike, which strikes lightning up to 10 blocks away, dealing an X amount of damage to the nearest monster. It has a mana cost of 70, and is pretty good. On top of this, there's the Starlight Set, which is the stronger version of this set, has pretty high intelligence values, is relatively expensive, has the full set bonus Star Power, which increases the duration of Starfall by double, and its range by +1, and the Starfall Wand. Basically how it works is that it showers stars in a 3-block area for 5 seconds, dealing X amount of damage to mobs within. This has a mana cost of 120, and has a cooldown of 2 seconds. When looking at the new items released in this update, they're not particularly powerful, but they are certainly rather interesting. I really like the way the Starfall actually works. The fact that it kind of, actually looks like stars falling is pretty neat. Definitely an interesting effect, and I think early game players are going to enjoy these new items. There is a brand new shortbow also associated with this update. The Artisanal Shortbow isn't anything too special, but it does have the perk Shortbow, which does mean it instantly fires. Obviously the price won't necessarily be this high on release. This is the alpha server, prices are going to be insane. The item isn't really that special, but it does make the minigame where you have to shoot the targets a lot easier, so I do recommend it. Aside from a lot of the stuff related to the community project, there is something else to go over. The admins have decided to further delay the Crystal Hollows simply because they want to make sure it comes out right. On top of this, they basically state that it will be coming out hopefully within the next week, And on top of this, they're nerfing the XP given by lava fishing. For those who don't know, lava fishing is brand new with the Crystal Hollows update, and gives an absurd amount of experience. They wanted to make sure it comes out properly and doesn't completely break the fishing meta, which I completely agree with. This does need to happen. However, some people will obviously be upset about it, which I do think is fair. Honestly, this community project update arriving in tandem with more information about the Crystal Hollows is really nice, and shows that there will be a ton to talk about Hypixel Skyblock for the immediate future. At the end of the day though, my name is Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.